Did you get a Vaterra V100 for Christmas? Which one? There's several different styles and bodies. This one started life as the Vaterra Camaro SS, meaning the brushless one. Right now I've got the 1969 body on it, and I have a 2013 body for it. So we're going to talk about this car today. And your car is definitely not going to look like mine, because I am without a motor and an ESC right now, because I'm trying to decide what I want to do next. This car is very far from stock, and I made a lot of changes. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, if you just got this car, there's two different versions. I believe this is the S, and the C is the one with the splitter in the front and the back that's lower for like the Nissan GTR. Like I said, let me know if you got a Vaterra for Christmas, let me know which one you want, which one you got, and what you think of it. Also, between the different bodies, chassis styles, is the different bodies and the motor configurations. Like I said, this started life as a brushless system. If you got the one that's already brushless, it's a really good system and got the car pretty quick. If you got the brushed, drive it until you get tired of it, until you get used to it, and then upgrade it. I had a Castle 4600 kV motor in it, and it went pretty quick till I blew up the ESC. One thing I will say, if you're going to upgrade to brushless and you had a brushed car, you need to upgrade this drive shaft. I painted it, that's why it looks like that. This comes standard with the brushless. With the brushed, it's plastic and you will twist that thing apart. I've also painted a few different places. When I got this car, the steering wasn't adjustable. And if you set the servo to center, the wheels are off cocked like that. Not acceptable. So I jiggered the steering around, and I also got the camber and tow kit, but I haven't installed the camber, just the toe, to straighten out the steering. So if you don't like how your steering is, get the little kit that replaces the arms, and then the camber kits just go right here, and they're a little adjustable as well. The stock servo was analog and was not going to work with my AVC receiver. I had AVC because I didn't know how to drive this car very well at first. So next thing is tires. So we're going to start on the stock tires. These are the stock tires, 30s in the back, 26s in the front. Now we're talking about the width of the tire. The problem with that is you can't rotate these tires. I can rotate these tires. The back tires start to get worn out more in the front, switch them around. Because these are different sizes, I can't rotate them. So, and these tires will fall apart quicker than anything else. So the problem is, you buy a bunch of tires, your front tires will last a lot longer than your rear tires. A good alternative is some HPI tires, cross patterns. These are much older than some of the other tires I have, and they've lasted a lot longer, and the rims seem a lot nicer. The stock rims on the Vaterra cars are very plasticky, and I have cracks in them already. Here's some more X patterns. I have glow-in-the-dark paint on it for a failed attempt. Another thing you want to do, especially if you have a brushed, because it's not too much power, drift tires. These are also HPI. These are solid plastic. Fun to drift this car around. Tires on it now are foam. They're Matrix X, something like that. These are good for speed runs. They grip really well, racing on carpet, stuff like that. That's why I have this. Put it on there and keep them moist. I know people hate that word. One of the next things I did to this car had a lot to do with its handling. I put some thicker fluid in the rear, and I think I put 100,000 K in the back because I was just trying to go straight line, and I think I put that in the front too. Back, sorry. It just all looks the same. The other thing I did is this comes with plastic ring and pinion gears on the diff. If you look, the Vaterra Helix monster truck uses the same exact one. So these are actually upgraded to metal pinion and diff rings on it. So it makes it a little bit louder and makes it a lot more durable. On a road car, some people would say you don't really need that durability or that extra weight, but I have potholes in my area. Another thing about this car, in case you've ever had any other off-road car, such as a two-wheel drive car like a Rustler or Slash that has a slipper clutch. This has no slipper clutch whatsoever, so if you are very rough on this car, you'll probably strip the gear. That is the original spur gear I've had since 2013, I think, when I got it, and it's still going pretty good. When you get into these road cars, a lot of people like to get into scale and have a lot of good detail. Vaterra is known for having good bodies off the shelf. I painted this one, but the detail on the little things that they did were very good, especially if you buy one pre-painted. These are just very beautiful cars. I have a lot of pictures of this online, so a lot of people have seen this, and this has actually been driven at the Jack Maxton Car Show in Worthington, Ohio, and people loved it. So another body which I recently did, just because I wanted to try a liquid mask, was my Cadillac body. Forgive me as I'm putting it in place. I messed up the post hole, so the back of the car is actually kind of crooked to the front, and that's what it's all about, making it look good. And these road cars, I can't even fit my pinky under there. There's very little room. I actually raised this car up a little bit, adjusted the suspension, especially in the back. You see the fitment's not too good, but I like it. Looks good from far away, like most things in life. Batteries am I using in this? Currently none, because there's no motor in it. Good 2-cell 5,000 milliamp hour battery is good enough. This is a 3-cell, and I use this for speed runs. I mean, 3,000 milliamp hours isn't very much, but the reason I get it is because it weighs less. The problem I had with this car is some of these pigtail batteries. It gets right in the wheel. So I actually had a cable tie that held the ESC plug in place, and I would plug it in and also sneak that under there. A few times I've had my balance plug get pulled under the tire and ripped off. I said very, very little room for that. So watch what batteries you get. Kind of like these Duratracks that pigtail from the top and keep themselves out of the way of the tire. The batteries with the pluggable posts work pretty well too. I don't have any as an example right now. But you can fit a 5,000 milliamp hour battery in there and keep it running for a while. Or you can put something smaller in it and do some speed runs. That might not be enough C for the new ESC I put in it, but Glacier batteries are known to be underrated. So that is what's left of my V100S Vaterra road car that started life as a Camaro SS and ended as either, well, a Corvette or Cadillac, depending on my mood. If you got one for Christmas, let me know. A few people have seen my videos and made their own cars based off of what they've seen. I have another gentleman, and I'm sorry if I don't remember your name. His YouTube channel was Air T or something like that. He took my Monte Carlo idea and made one for himself. I still like mine better. I blacked out the windows. He left his clear, which made it look more stock car-like. But and this is a 200 millimeter body. These are 190. If you're buying a body for this, 190 millimeter looks more scale. 200 millimeter is going to be wide and hangover. Yeah, I caught a curb, and apparently I did my drift zip ties wrong. I believe this is 190 millimeters, so it fits better. You can also change the adjustment on, you could buy different tires that have different offsets in them. I believe these are like a 3 millimeter offset. These tires are 0, so these would actually sit a little further out, probably that much. Give the car a different look and different handling. If I could find these tires with a bigger offset, I can. And these even come as big as 9 millimeter offsets that the drifters like to have a big offset to make the tires look like they're coming out of the body. So let me know what you guys think, and have a good evening. Like and subscribe. And thank you from Steven
and Chelsea.